Alright, so I'm here to talk about how this man NEACE right here, this gaunt looking, almost cancer patient looking man, clearly in the later stages of his middle of his life, I guess, clearly has narcissistic personality disorder and clearly is washed up by this game. So he just lost another game. If you look at his op.gg here, hopefully it loads. He's at 33 LP, Platinum 1, losing about 18 LP loss, and only gaining up to 11 LP. So obviously, he has not been having too much success in Korea like he thought he would. And it brings the question, like, why would NEACE think that he was going to have success in Korea? Like, he didn't even hit Challenger NA. It was pretty much proven that he doctored it. Here is the example of NEACE's Death by Cards Challenger compared to an actual Challenger. And like this font here is just completely fake. NEACE altered it, or he paid someone to alter it. More likely, I would assume, but he hit GM NA, obviously somewhat impressive, but he's lied about being Challenger. The only time he actually hit Challenger for the Challenger backpack, he likes to flex so much. He was actually in LAN, which, for those of you who don't know, that's Latin America North. And to hit Challenger LAN, that's around hitting like Diamond almost, especially if you're duoing. But yeah, so now him dropping to Platinum is pretty embarrassing for him. You can see there's some memes around this. This is Yasuke, a good influencer making content around NEACE. NEACE, for Christmas I want to get out of D4. Monkey paw curls. Yep, and he got demoted to Platinum. But for NEACE to actually think that he was going to hit Challenger Korea after never even hitting Challenger NA, and after having taken such a long hiatus from actually playing the game, it makes you to wonder what's wrong with him, and I actually think that he has narcissism, or narcissistic personality disorder. As you can see, the symptoms of it are exaggerated sense of self-importance, or desire to be recognized. He obviously has an exaggerated sense of self-importance, as he always likes to flame his clients and pretty much shit all over them. And he also thought he would hit Challenger Korea, which anyone with like a working IQ, which at least NEACE has, would know he can't hit Challenger Korea unless he actually improves massively, which there's just no way. And desire to be recognized, he always wants to be recognized and is always tweeting and saying like, or well, he actually stopped tweeting because he got too much hate, partially deserved. But he's always like, oh, the haters just hate me because I'm so successful. Like his videos have been getting like 10K or less views. He used to be getting a bit more. I looked up a NEACE Zero excuse here, just because I want to show you that NEACE really, he built his whole idea of coaching around like you can climb if you're good enough, which is obviously kind of true. It may take a little bit of work, but you can climb if you're good enough. But now NEACE, let's look at NEACE channel. Surely he's still preaching this idea, right? Well, what's this video say here? I never want to hear you complain about NA again. Well, like, are you just making excuses, saying that the Korean server is out to get you? Like, what's going on? Clearly, dropping to Platinum is your own fault. Other streamers have hit Challenger and GM. Like, even the boss hit Challenger in Korea, and he's like no one to int and stuff. So it's clearly doable. Obviously difficult, but yeah. He just had narcissistic personality disorder, and now he's suffering from his own consequences of thinking that he could actually hit it. And I don't know what the future holds in his coaching business. Like, after making so many excuses, I don't think he can really say, oh, you can't make excuses to his clients anymore. Another interesting thing is, like, maybe most of his fans have probably caught on to it, unless they're, like, really living under a rock. But NEACE loves to bully his fans and clients, and NEACE client flaming. Like, there are so many videos of NEACE just flaming his clients, and like he's getting paid $350, and he just likes to flame at them while he's like reading his chat. That's not a professional thing. Like, look, these are his most viewed videos. This is actually what I used to watch NEACE for because I thought it was funny. But I always thought, like, man, this NEACE guy, like, how is he making money off of this? He's got a good racket going, because clearly he's not adding much value to him. These iron coaches, I mean, these iron players could be hiring, like, literally, like, diamond players, which, I mean, I guess NEACE is, but, like, diamond players without any experience coaching. And they could be telling them everything they need to know. Like, I don't think that an Iron player should be told that they should buy a $350 coach. I don't even think he should be accepting it, frankly. It just makes good content for NEACE to laugh at them, and I think that's actually a pretty mean thing to do. Yeah. And NEACE is like, guy blames his team after feeding. Look at like some of NEACE's KDAs. Like, none of this is good KDA. And he always blames his team. And he's actually been borderline racist and like, I wouldn't say racist, but he's been insulting the Korean server and Korean people as a whole, calling them dogs or like saying they're so bad or weak mentals. Like, I will give him this. He has a good mental in a sense. I mean, he still flames teammates and is horribly toxic to them. I think he's honor level 0 currently. But he's just, he's still chugging on. Like, most people would have just, like, deleted their account by now or started to do one. Maybe, changed their name and, like, fled to, like, Bosnia or something like that. I don't know. But, yeah, he's been grinding this Kindred, and that's another evidence, in my opinion. He's been grinding of his narcissism, because he's been grinding very... Not always. Some of these champions obviously aren't that mechanical, but trying to go Fiora, Kindred, these are champions are pretty mechanical and ones he's not played before. And like, let's look at his Kindred. He averages 6.7 deaths on Kindred. That, for those of you who don't really know, that's a pretty bad KDA, I would say, because on jungle it's not really that difficult to get a good KDA if you're just ganking and you don't necessarily need to die that much. And he's also been like just averaging at least like below what you would expect for a platinum/diamond Korean player. And it's just really mediocre. Like, it's just sloppy. This is not what you'd expect from someone who's charging the most of any coach out there. Clearly, he's had narcissism and delusions of himself being so much better than he is that allowed him to have this confidence to build up this audience, but I don't know, will we see his confidence falter in the future? I think it's very, very possible. And if not, that will even show more so how he is just deluded. I think that in the future we're also likely to see NEACE create a new account, because this one's pretty much just fucked MMR-wise, losing 18-ish LP and only gaining 11 in plat. Like, that's just horrendous. I don't know. Like, I didn't expect NEACE to do this. I expected him to maybe hit Masters. Like, at this point, he'll be lucky if he hits Diamond again on this account, unless he creates a new one. Like, dropping from Diamond 2, 70 LP, which is where he peaked, if you look at his graph, all the way down to Platinum 1, that's just embarrassing. And 33 LP too. Like, obviously, being loser queue sucks, but at some point you have to blame NEACE instead of just his teammates.